What is the worldwide orca population? 1, 2, or 3?
3.
Good job. Good job, Eli. Good job, Elisa. Which of the following doesn't threaten killer whales? Pollution, predators, food supplies. Which one?
Pollution. Because mereka predatornya.
You got this, Elisa.
Yeah, killer whale.
Killer whales don't chew their food. True or false?
True. Why change it?
Oh, it's true. Whales do between presentations. 1 play, 2 rest, 3 both.
Oh.
I think they play. Oh, good job. All orca populations worldwide are thriving. True or false? Orcas are known to eat 140 different prey species. True or false? I think it's true.
False.
Who will win if a great white shark squared off with an orca? Ship or orca?
Orca.
That's the Sky Tower. Yeah, we wrote that.
They come from adversity. They come from farms and high-rises. They're people like you and me, doing things you can never imagine. To those who dedicate their lives to protecting ours, we send our thanks and offer complimentary admission to any Busch Gardens or Seaworld Park.
Hello everyone, my name is Jackie, and this is Amy alongside our rescued American bald eagle, Maddie. On behalf of all of us here at SeaWorld, we'd like to take this moment to show our support and gratitude to the men and women of our armed forces. And at this time, I'd like to ask any past or present member of the United States, United Kingdom, Canadian military, or any of our other allies from around the world to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in honoring these men, women, and their families. We thank you for your service and for your sacrifice. Orca Encounter will begin in just a few minutes, but first we'd like to share a short presentation to help you better understand the killer whale and its place in the world we all share.
The ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface and is essential to all life, both in the sea and on the land. There's one animal that is the perfect ambassador for the ocean, and that's the Orca, or killer whale. In just a few minutes, you'll meet SeaWorld's killer whales. First though, let's find out more about these remarkable animals. Orca, or the killer whale, is the most widely distributed mammal on Earth. They can be found throughout the ocean, all around the world, including in the Arctic, the Atlantic, the Southern, the Indian, and the Pacific Oceans. No other single marine species lives in as many different ocean habitats or is as directly reliant on as many different types of marine life as the killer whale. More than any other marine animal, the Orca is the very embodiment of our shared global ocean. Until about 2 decades ago, scientists didn't know that there were actually several different varieties or ecotypes of killer whales. With effort and observation, however, we discovered that there are actually 10 distinct ecotypes, each differing in size, behavior, diet, lifestyle, and appearance. A striking characteristic of the orca is their black and white skin. This camouflage is called disruptive coloration. In a murky environment, this coloration can make them difficult to detect. Killer whales are countershaded. Their top surface is darker than their surface underneath. From below, looking up, they blend in with the light from above. From above, looking down, they're invisible against the dark depths. Killer whales are warm-blooded and breathe air just like we do. Killer whales are the largest members of the Delphinidae, or dolphin family. As you can see, they have impressive physical characteristics. Orcas have keen eyesight, both above and below the water. The dorsal fin of an adult male can be up to 6 feet in height. The powerful pectoral flippers and tail flick can propel them through the water at a high rate of speed with great maneuverability. Their top speed is nearly 30 miles per hour. Killer whales use echolocation to hunt and to communicate. Communication is also accomplished through tail slaps, breaching, and vocalizations. You'll experience a variety of natural killer whale behaviors during Orca Encounter today. We ask our whales to replicate natural behaviors such as breaching, spy hopping, and tail slaps. While awe-inspiring and entertaining for our guests, these behaviors are also essential to maintaining the health and well-being of the killer whales in our care. Much remains to be understood regarding the Orca. One thing we do know, however, is that across the globe, they face real challenges as the general health of the prey populations and habitats on which killer whales depend suffer due to changes in the environment. In just a few moments, you'll encounter SeaWorld's killer whales and learn even more about these fascinating animals. As the most widely distributed mammal on Earth, the killer whale is uniquely positioned to represent the beauty, power, and fragility of the ocean.
Hello everyone, my name is Leah, and on behalf of our killer whale training team, I would like to welcome you to Orca Encounter. Being a part of SeaWorld's mission is more than just a job. We're proud of what we do, and it is a privilege to care for, teach, and learn from these amazing killer whales. We're honored to be able to share the relationships we've built with them and all we've learned with you today. And now, SeaWorld proudly presents Orca Encounter!
Our world has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
whale family, showing off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep the whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world. We're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment that's full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the whales working together in unison. These synchronized movements help strengthen their social bonds and have them problem solve as a group. This is just one of the many reasons that make killer whales the top predator of the ocean. Their scientific name is Orca. Their common name is killer whale. Here at SeaWorld, they have their own individual names. This is Katina, Nolani, and Malia. 3 females, and we also have 2 male killer whales, Trua and Makayo. Now Makayo is our youngest at 11, Trua is 16, Nolani and Malia are 15, and Katina, she's our oldest. She's 45 years old. She's also the matriarch or the leader of our pod. Now the most important behaviors that our killer whales know are their husbandry or healthcare behaviors. And Malia right now is demonstrating how we would get a voluntary blood samples from our killer whales. You can see she's calm and relaxed at the surface, presenting her tail flukes to Joe. Not only does this give us a great look at Malia's entire body, but easy access to the veins that can be found on the white underneath side of her flukes. Our veterinarians will proactively draw blood at least once a month. Now killer whales do have sensitive skin, so you saw Joe giving Malia a tail rub. This is a great way to reinforce her for staying calm during a procedure like a blood draw, and also a great way to build our relationships with the animals. Getting blood is just one way to check that our animals are staying healthy. Another important diagnostic is weighing the whale. We have a killer whale size scale in one of our adjacent pools, so Malia will slide up into this slide out area, just like how she went onto the scale. Now you can see a portion of Malia's body still resting in the water. So with that portion in the water, we're not getting an accurate weight. But to solve that, we'll simply ask Malia to lift her tail up and out of the water. Now we're weighing the entire animal because we want to make sure our younger whales like Malia are growing and that our adult whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital. We surprise and engage our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. And for the adults, play is important too. Seeing the babies enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales and for us.
Hi everyone, I'm over here on the left-hand side. Observational learning and mimicry are critical in the life of a killer whale. From the moment they're born, they're watching mom and playing games like Follow the Leader to learn necessary life skills. So we're going to put that to the test today with Nolani. We're going to see if she can watch you guys and copy something that you show her. What do you say? You guys want to play? Wonderful. So everyone on the left-hand side of the stadium, even my top row, stand up for me. And on the count of 3, keep your hands at your side and spin around in a circle. 1, 2, 3, spin. Let's see if Nolani can copy us and spin with us. She's got it. Thank and have a seat. So you can see Nalani was paying really close attention to you. Killer whales are curious animals, and they can often be seen spy hopping to get a better look at their environment. But Leah is going to demonstrate this with a sighting bow at stage. When we see this jump, let's give her a cheer. That was incredible, Leah. Now over here to the right-hand side of the stadium. We didn't forget about you guys. Everyone stand up. You're going to do a hand signal called up reach. Total 2 pointer fingers out. Throw them over your shoulder. Let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Katina got it. Great signal, everyone. Killer whales will breach for a variety of reasons, whether it's to play, to scratch an itch, but also to announce their presence. Now, Katina is swimming down 36 feet to make her presence known with a great big splash. Here she comes, everyone. Pollution and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful,
But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference. All it takes is one choice.
One positive act.
One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
final segment with lots of jumps and really cool behaviors. But as you can see, Katina, Nalani, and Malia have decided to do some other things. They're swimming around, they're being very social right now. Killer whales live in a social hierarchy. So we have a most dominant animal, and then it goes down. So Katina is our matriarch, and then we have Nalani and Malia, who are our two 15-year-old females. Now, how we train here at SeaWorld is we use something called positive reinforcement, which means that we're gonna reinforce the things that the whales do well with things that the whales enjoy. So yell it out, what do you think a killer whale likes? Fish, yes, so each animal here gets their own individualized diet. We offer our killer whales capelin, herring, and salmon. So all of our whales get over 100 pounds of fish a day. But these guys like so much more. They're very tactile animals, so giving them a nice back rub or belly rub can be very reinforcing. Some of our whales like ice. Some of our whales enjoy toys. So as trainers, it's a really fun part of our job to get to know the whale on a personal level so we can reinforce them and reward them in a way that they seem to like. So yes, so positive reinforcement, we want to make sure all of our interactions with the whales are as positive and as fun as possible so they want to participate and interact with us. But being very social animals, sometimes being with their trainers just isn't top priority for them. So right now it seems that they've decided that instead of interacting with the trainers, they've decided to do their own social things with each other and be killer whales, which is exactly what they are, and that's absolutely fine with us. What we do as trainers is we just take a step back, let them enjoy their time together, and when it looks like they might be ready to participate with us again, we'll ask that question. Now you may notice I use the word ask. You can only ask a killer whale, right? You can't make a killer whale do anything that it doesn't want to do. So we'll ask the question, hey, are you guys ready to participate with us again? And they can either say yes or no. So we'll observe them, watch them, see what they're doing, see who's swimming with who, and we'll go from there. So we really appreciate your patience and hope you enjoyed a little bit learning about how we train with the whales and how we interact with them. So we also have our two male killer whales, Trua and Micaiah, who are interacting with our trainers in the back pool as well. And throughout the day, Orca Encounter is really just a small part of our day. We're always interacting with the whales and giving them different kinds of sessions or interactions. So Orca Encounter is a lot of fun, really fun to be with you guys and share the whales with you. But we talked about earlier our husbandry behaviors too. So our whales' healthcare is the most important part of our day, making sure that our whales are staying as healthy as possible. So training those behaviors like the voluntary blood samples like you saw Malia do with Joe, or getting their weight so we can monitor their growth. This is amazing information that we can collect and then also share with other scientists and researchers who are studying killer whales out in the ocean. So that's really important to us and important to share that information as well. What's really fun about our job though is playing with the whales and creating those relationships and bonds with them. Everything we do is based off that relationship, right? We want to build that trust and that communication. So spending quality one-on-one time with our whales is always a lot of fun. That can be through playtimes, where we interact with them with their favorite toys. We can also use other reinforcement like Jell-O. Now the Jell-O we give the killer whales is sugarless and flavorless, but it's really fun to get creative with it and make it into different shapes and colors for the whales to enjoy. So yes, lots of ways to spend time with the whales, interact with them, and create those relationships with them. Now this is Malia out here in our front pool. Malia is our 15-year-old female. She weighs over 5,000 pounds. Now she's still growing. We consider full grown between 18 and 20 years old, so she still has some growing years left. Average for a full grown female is anywhere between 5,000 to 8,000 pounds. Now male killer whales can get almost double the size of a full grown female at over 10,000 to even over 12,000 pounds. Now Trua, our 16-year-old male, he is already over 7,300 pounds. So even though he is our largest whale here at Orca Stadium, he's not in charge. That's Katina, our 45-year-old female, because the females rule the pod. Ladies, can I hear it out there for Katina? figure, females still rule the pool. So I'm getting some information from one of our managers, and she's saying that what we're gonna see, we're gonna ask the question now. We've given the whales some time to swim and be killer whales, and now we're gonna ask. We're gonna ask, hey, are you ready to interact with us? Are you ready to participate with us? And so I'll get more information in just a moment to see if that answer is yes, so hopefully we can continue with the rest of Orca Encounter. So it sounds like the killer whales are ready. Thank you so much for your patience. We're ready for some music and to continue on with Orca Encounter. Thank you again, guys, for your patience and enjoy the rest of the presentation.
How was it, Elisa?
Good.
That was fun, right?
Yeah, I got lots of splash.
You got splashed? That's really fun.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.